Gemini, welcome to Answering the Call Tarot. This is Jax. Thank you so much for joining me for your What You Don't See Coming for the month of March reading for the sign of Gemini, Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus, and North Node placements. Please make sure that you use your discernment, as always, when listening to a tarot reading. Take only what resonates and leave the rest for someone else. We are going to get started with an oracle message for you to kick off this reading. Spirit, may I have an oracle message for the sign of Gemini for the month of March 2025 for what they don't see coming? Oracle message for Gemini. Thank you, Spirit. Gemini, see if we have another one flip over. No, that was it. Okay, Gemini, you have expectations. Expectations. All right. So, Gemini, for this month, there's going to be something about your expectations. Okay. So, specifically around love. All right. So, it looks like you are ready to embrace new emotional experiences this month with an open heart. Okay. So, this doesn't only have to be romantic love. Okay. This can be also about self-love, familial love, but there's something here about holding high hopes and positive expectations for love. And that's absolutely beautiful, especially as Venus has gone retrograde and Mercury, which is your ruling planet, is going retrograde later this month. Okay, you may be reassessing, reevaluating your relationships to people, family, friends, and even old lovers. But there's something here about you being in a very positive energy and holding high hopes for love. Spirit, what is Gemini's overall energy for the month of March? Ah, there we go. Beautiful. And we have Page of Swords. Page of Swords. Okay. Thank you, Spirit. And what may be an overall challenge for Gemini through the month of March that they don't see coming? Overall challenge for the sign of Gemini through the month of March that they don't see coming, Spirit. What is the potential challenge? Thank you. King of Wands. Okay, Four of Wands. Four of Wands fell out, Gemini, but it didn't flip over. King of Wands flipped over in the deck. So we're going to take King of Wands. We'll see if Four of Wands shows its face later in the reading. All right, let's give this one more shuffle, and then we are going to get started with the rest of the reading. Thank you, Spirit. All right, Spirit, what does Gemini not see coming in terms of personal and spiritual development in the month of March? What does Gemini not see coming? King of Swords. What else for Gemini in terms of personal and spiritual development that they don't see coming for the month of March? What else for the sign of Gemini that they don't see coming in the month of March for their personal and spiritual development? Thank you, Spirit. We also have the Hierophant and Wheel of Fortune. Okay, Gemini. Spirit, what about career and finances? What does Gemini not see coming for March 2025 for career and finances? What does Gemini not see coming? Seven of Cups. What else, Spirit, for Gemini, March 2025 for career and finances that they don't see coming? Nine of Wands, Eight of Coins. Okay. Okay. Looks like you're getting 3 cards here, Gemini. All right. Spirit's got a lot to tell us. Okay. All right. Spirit, what about in terms of love? Love and relationships. Thank you. 5 of Coins. Okay. Okay. What else, Spirit, in terms of love and relationships that Gemini doesn't see coming? The Moon. Okay. All right, and since we have 3 cards for everybody else, let's do one more. Spirit, can I get one more card on this moon energy, please, for Gemini, what they don't see coming? March 2025. Thank you. 6 of coins, 5 of coins, going to the 6 of coins. Interesting. Okay, and Spirit, can I get a potential outcome for Gemini for March 2025 that they don't see coming? What's the potential outcome for March that Gemini does not see coming? Potential outcome for March. Thank you. Justice, 2 of Wands. Okay. All right, Gemini. Let me shift some of this energy down a little bit. We have more cards than I intended. Not a problem. Move through this quickly. Justice, 2 of Wands. Okay. All right, so Gemini. Now, your overall influence being expectations here, all about having high hopes, positive expectations for love, and being ready to embrace new emotional experiences with an open heart. I see a lot of big energy here, especially when it comes to your personal development, Hierophant, Wheel of Fortune. But let's get started here with the overall energy for the month and the potential challenge. Let's get stuff out the way. There we go. Okay, so Gemini, overall energy for the month of March that you don't see coming. You have Page of Swords. Page of Swords energy. So Gemini, oh, you know what? Let me adjust this just a little bit. Okay, it's a little better since we had to shift some things around. Okay, so Gemini, with this Page of Swords energy, being your overall energy for what you're for the month of March, excuse me, Page of Swords is a very, grounded energy. Page energy is messenger energy. Okay, so this tells me that there's going to be a lot of communication in the month of March. Communication that's really bringing you a lot of fresh perspective. Okay, so you're going to be open to really hearing and sharing new ideas with people. This is also an energy that sometimes is associated with spying, okay, because the Page of Swords energy is all about paying attention. So during the month of March, you're going to really be urged to pay attention to messages, subtle messages. And I feel like there's going to be a lot of things right now that are really kind of calling forth for you're going to feel really inspired. Okay. You're going to want to take action towards a lot of things potentially. And I think that's where your challenge or potential challenge is coming in with this King of Wands energy. So although you're going to be feeling very inspired, and you're going to get a lot of fresh ideas and a lot of new perspectives, and you're going to have a lot of new communication potentially coming your way. Your challenge here with the King of Wands is going to be to feel confident, to listen to your intuition, and to have this really solid, confident plan before moving forward. Okay, to feel like there's something that you can take action on. So this is a month where you're going to want to move on things, but you may be lacking confidence or your ability, excuse me, to hear your intuition may be stifled. Okay, your confidence may not be as strong in the month of March, or that may be what holds you back from moving forward on some of these ideas. Your potential outcome, you have Justice, 2 of Wands. You potentially are making plans and choices that are all about bringing conclusions, positive outcomes to conflicts that you may have had prior to the month of March. Even in the month of March, you are trying to bring things into balance for you in your life. All right, you want to see some things just work out in your favor, come into a place of fairness. So if you've had any potential conflicts with people, you are looking for those to come resolved or to become resolved, excuse me, in this month. And you are taking action and making plans to balance this out for both parties. Let's look now at what you don't see coming in terms of your personal development with the King of Swords, Hierophant, and Wheel of Fortune. Your higher self is really being called forward here. and you're acting from that higher self with this Hierophant Wheel of Fortune. All right. You are being the authority in your own life with that King of Swords, empowered by the Hierophant. Okay. You're taking what you have learned and taking action accordingly. Okay. And you are trusting your path with this Wheel of Fortune. You know the wheel is turning in your favor at this time, Gemini. You know you are moving from perhaps a more painful cycle. Okay, you've done a lot of learning, you've learned a lot of lessons, and you're going into a more harmonious cycle in your life, but now with a greater understanding, okay, with greater learning, with this influence of the Hierophant, okay, and more faith. What is supposed to be here is here, what is supposed to go is going. And you're really stepping into that empowered spiritual energy. And that is really what is determining your new path as you move forward through the month of March. Now, when it comes to what you don't see coming in your professional life or your career finances, you have Seven of Cups, Nine of Wands, Eight of Coins. Gemini, there may be a lot of ideas that are coming your way at this time, or you may have a lot of projects on your plate with that Seven of Cups energy. For those of you that are in creative fields, you may be feeling highly inspired right now with a lot of different ideas with that Seven of Cups energy. With this Nine of Wands, Eight of Coins, this tells me right now that, you're going to be working very hard. What you might not see coming is just really a lot of hard work, and really dedicating a lot of time towards your work in the month of March. Okay. But that's really going to lead you down a road of financial prosperity, Gemini. There's an opportunity here to really work hard and dedicate yourself to that hard work. And if you can persevere, you can climb that ladder of success in the month of March here, Gemini. If you are persevering, Nine of Wands energy, to learn and master a new skill, this could potentially help you to change careers at this time, Gemini, or allow you to increase your income in some way. Okay, so keep that in mind. For those of you that have been looking to figure out where you want to potentially change careers, like what options are available to you. You may have been doing a lot of daydreaming and thinking about a lot of different options right now. And in the month of March, it's all about creating a solid plan, right? Stay the course, even though you may be feeling a little bit weary right now and a little worn down with that Nine of Wands. Stay the course, okay? Keep persevering and create a solid plan before pursuing any of these ideas. Now, when it comes to your love energy for the month of March that you don't see coming, Gemini, Five of Coins, the Moon, Six of Coins. Okay, this is beautiful energy, Gemini. So this is just saying that, maybe what was once in the dark to you is now coming to light with that Moon, Six of Pentacles. So for some of you, okay, that are currently in a relationship, that relationship, yes, could be on shaky ground at this time or was on shaky ground. And, again, you were doubting yourself in some sort of way that you could find a resolution. But you now have hope with this Moon card, with something being brought to light this month that you don't see coming, that a resolution can be reached. And even if that resolution is walking away or ending the relationship, because then Six of Coins being here shows that then there will be something brought into balance for you. Okay, even if you have to walk away from this relationship. For others of you, what's coming to light is how to balance this relationship out so that you can step more into something that is an equal give and take type of relationship. Okay, so you may have felt like you weren't getting all that you needed from a relationship. You may have felt left out in the cold. You may have felt abandoned in some way, emotionally, physically. Some of your needs weren't being met. But now you are receiving some sort of information, Page of Swords, some sort of communication, right? You're trusting your intuition. Something's coming through for you, and light is being shed upon it with the Moon card here. And you're learning now how to balance it out, right? In a way that allows for genuine care, right? Equal give and take, right? Something is happening here, and you're being open to working on this relationship again and rebuilding it. For those of you where this Five of Coins is about losing a relationship, okay, maybe you have actually recently lost a relationship. It can make it obviously challenging for you to want to open up and trust someone again. But with this Moon card, Six of Pentacles or Six of Coins coming through for you. This is saying again that you've learned so much about your fears when it comes to relationships. Okay, you've looked at your own fears and you've addressed them here about what it is to move forward. Okay, and you've worked through these fears of vulnerability, of emotional availability. You've really started to look at that, and you've realized that in order to experience love, you have to really move forward despite your fears. Okay, and you want something stable, you want something balanced. And so now the universe is saying, hey, because you've addressed these fears, what you don't see coming is a relationship, a partner who is all about giving to you, right? There's going to be a balance of give and take. There's going to be someone who actually comes from a place of genuine care, wants to bring in that stability and that relationship that has that balance of give and take. Okay, lots of ideas are coming to you for how to continue to grow and work and improve not only on yourself, but improve all these areas of your life. This has been your reading for the month of March for what you don't see coming. You have beautiful things on the way, Gemini. So thank you so much for being a part of this reading today. Until I get a chance to read for you again, take care of yourselves and each other. Be sure to like, share, and subscribe. Check out your other placements, and I will see you soon. Be well. Love and light.